Viewer discretion is advised. The following content includes graphic imagery and mature themes.
This isn't for the weak. And yes, feelings will get hurt. So brace yourself and welcome to the Hammer Drops. Hey, welcome to another episode. Happy Tuesday to y'all. Whew. I hope you guys all made it through the holiday weekend. I know I took a vacation for the whole week. It was really nice just to kick back, relax. Unfortunately, we had some family stuff that happened that kind of threw a curveball in for our Thanksgiving, but nevertheless, it still ended up just perfect. Had a great fucking prime rib that I did out on the smoker. Was very proud of that, and we turned that into some for burritos. Man, it was fucking tasty. But hopefully you guys had just as good of a Thanksgiving, if not better. So, as we start off every show, don't forget to go follow me over on all my social media platforms. I'm heavily active on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. All of that is the Hammer Drops. And in the bios, you're going to see two links. You're going to see one link that takes you to the website, thehammerdrops.com, and another one that will take you to all the other social media like X and YouTube and all that other shit. And not Podbean. Sorry, having a little bit of brain fart. To Spotify and fucking Apple Podcasts. Whew, boy, the wheels definitely came off the rails already. I'm sorry about that. I'm just a little flustered right now. And I think that has a lot to do with why I'm just kind of like all over. You know, I was thinking, I did an episode with somebody earlier today, and I'm like, you know what? I was thinking about taking today off, record something else a little bit later. But then I'm just like, you know what? I really wanted to get this out, and I owe it to you guys to make sure I keep delivering to you every Tuesday. I know Thursdays have been a little sporadic. I do apologize about that. But I think moving forward, what I'm going to do is the stuff that I do with Savagely Loud is only going to be released on Savagely Loud podcast. I don't think I'm going to release it over here on mine because, I want you guys to go get familiar with Savagely Loud because I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff with Cliff over there. And, why have the same content, two different platforms airing at a couple different times? Just doesn't make sense to me. So for right now, I'm going to dial it back down to just one episode right now. I have some things in the work where I'm going to be bringing guests on to my show. And once I start doing that, and once I start getting that booked up, that's when I'm going to start releasing more stuff on Thursdays. Thursdays are going to be a little sporadic. If it's something that was really cool, which most of the stuff that I do with Savagely Loud is really fucking good shit. But I'm going to pick and choose which ones I'm going to release over on my side of things for you guys. But definitely go check out Savagely Loud. You can find Cliff over on Instagram, Facebook, and all that at Savagely Loud. So definitely check them out. It's got good shit going on over there. Okay. So that brings us into today's episode. And and I've stressed this a lot, okay? And apparently I have to stress it again because I have to say it loud enough for the dumbasses in the back, to finally understand what the fuck I'm saying. I don't support politicians. I don't support Trump. I don't support Biden. I don't support Kamala Harris. I don't support Mike Johnson. I don't support Badamni or whatever the fuck his name is. Bottom line is I don't support politicians. So when I post something on social media, it is to get you out of your comfort zone, to get you to fucking think for yourself, or at least try to think for yourself. But unfortunately, a lot of people, it seems like it's really fucking hard. And listen, I want you to come in close, real fucking close here for a second, because I really think you need to hear this. I understand I have an eye condition, okay? And I will say this until the day I die. If this googly-eyed motherfucker can see shit straight and for what it is, what's your fucking excuse for not being able to see it that way? For not being able to see past the bullshit? And it shows. It really does. It shows so fucking much that you cannot see past anything. Because I have comments pulled up over here on my other screen from a video that I posted that apparently the wrong message went out to people, or people are just that fucking idiotic and stupid. Okay? I have one guy, he posts a picture of Biden kissing a kid because he thought I was a Biden supporter. When you can clearly go through all of my stuff and see that that is not the case. I don't support Biden. Never have. I've always been very outspoken when it comes to Biden. Hell, I've been outspoken when it comes to Fetterman. Yes. Is there some things that right now that I agree with Fetterman? Yes. I agree with him. America first. What was going on with the government shutdown was bullshit. It shouldn't have happened. I agree with him there. But that's very minute. Biden, I never agreed on one fucking thing that guy had to say, but apparently this Keith guy, and I'm going to call you out. That's what I do here. He figured that he was going to be a smart guy and just post his picture because he thinks he knows me. And that's where today's episode is assuming. People need to stop assuming that they know who somebody is by one thing they post or one video that they post, whatever it is. You can't assume that you know somebody based on one little thing. You got to dig into that motherfucker to see who that motherfucker actually is. And if you really know who I am and what I'm about and listen to this podcast, you know damn well I don't support Biden. I don't support that shit. But this guy, he posts that, and somebody else, it was funny that somebody else is like, at first I thought that too, but then I looked at his videos. And that person, I got to give him props because he actually did his homework. It's like, finally, somebody that understands. But I mean, that's just one of many, it's like, and then the people that think that everything in this country is okay, that everything's great, everything's golden, Trump's in office, so everything's okay, he's fixing everything, there's nothing bad happening, blah, 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 blah. Listen, I voted for Trump, and I voted for him because I want to believe he's going to do right by the American people and put America first. Has he done that? No. He has put his foreign affairs policies above everything else. I mean, I said this in the last episode. He had Mamdani in the White House. He talked so much shit about him. Between the two of them, they talk so much shit about each other, and it's like they're best friends. Do I agree with that? No. That's not transparency. That is, in my eyes, that's just being fake as fuck and lying to the American people. Because you know what? I believe that if you're going to say something, that you're not going to fund a city if somebody doesn't get elected, which I think there's laws that prohibit that, but hold the fucking ground and stick to what you fucking say. Like, what the fuck has happened in America that somebody says something and not even 5 minutes later, they go back on it completely and retract what they say, or they don't even fucking acknowledge what they say. It's like, do you even fucking remember what you just said? Or are you that just so into yourself and what the fuck is going on that you don't even fucking know what the fuck you're saying anymore? I just don't fucking get it. But I mean, it is like for the people that think that everything's fine. Okay. All right. Let's touch base on this real quick. You think everything is fine. You think everything's hunky-dory. You think everything's grand and great and blah, 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 and yappity-slappity. So you think it's okay what's going on in Dearborn, Michigan right now with the Muslims over there and, Islam and all that other shit. And I've talked about this as well. The fact that the mayor there, who is Islam, who's Muslim, whatever you want to fucking call it, has said that, no, America is not a melting pot. They're here, folks. If you look at the countries that they've come from, they have destroyed their countries. And everything they touch, every country they go into, they fucking destroy. But everything's okay. Everything's okay. We have Muslims that are taking elected office, whether it's Congress at the federal level and at the state level. But everything's okay because Trump is in office, because Trump is going to fucking free us from everything that's happening. When the fuck are you going to wake up? I'd really like to know. And do me a favor, email me, david@thehammerdrops.com. Let me know when you actually are going to wake the fuck up and realize for just a fucking minute that this country is not okay. We're about to go to war with Venezuela, but our country's okay. We're back in Israel with so much fucking money and allowing what's going on over in the Middle East. And Israel basically to run roughshod over everybody. But we're okay. If you speak against Israel, you're anti-Semitic. And you have the chances of somebody coming to your door and knocking on it because you speak about Israel in a bad way. You leave a bad comment on social media about Israel, and you may just be on a list and have somebody knocking on your door because they don't like what you're saying. You know, the same shit that's happening over in the UK, right? You speak out against Israel and then people are getting arrested. Like if you post something on social media that goes against the government, then you're going to have somebody knocking on your door. That's what's coming here because there's so many people that have their heads so far up their ass that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Let's just be real. But everything's okay. I would like, do me a favor. For any of you that's listening to this, go to my social media if you agree with this or email me. And please tell me how everything is okay. Sure, gas prices have come down. I think I've paid the cheapest gas in Illinois that I've paid in a long time. This weekend. And I'm surprised being a holiday weekend, I paid it was like $2.79 a gallon. I was pretty fucking shocked. Not going to lie. That doesn't mean America's okay. And if you're basing it off of that, then you really got some fucking screws loose, man. Like, seriously. And this is something I could just fucking go on and on about, because the hypocrisy, the stupidity of these fucking people. I had some chick fucking post on here, like something about being a beta male or something like that. And it's like, no, bitch, maybe that's what you like, but I'm not no beta, whatever the fuck it is. Another guy posts like, are you going to tell them? You're going to tell them about your TikTok videos? No, man. Yeah, I'm going to tell people about my TikTok videos. I mean, I get 500,000 views a month. People see my shit. They resonate with my shit. So they know this is what I post. Unlike you, who, this guy, he's got, I don't even know how many followers, but all he's got on his fucking thing, instead of using his platform for, bringing awareness to stuff, he brings awareness to how he fishes, how he wants to look like some of the guys from the Rob Zombie movies. And, I'm assuming holding his dick in his hand. And that's basically what this guy does. But, doom scrolling, oh, let's fucking comment because I want to be cool. You don't think I'm not going to blast you. I'm going to blast you. I don't care. I'm unapologetic for a fucking reason because somebody needs to be. And it's people like me that will have no issues calling people out for their stupidity and stuff. That's what we need in America right now. Because unfortunately, we've lost our fucking way. It's like people have, you let your feelings get involved way too fucking much. Somebody says something to you, you get butthurt. Oh, boo-hoo. I'm going to report their fucking comment. I'm going to do this. Facebook is going to take it off and ban them and this and that and the other, blah, 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 blah. And all you do is create more people wanting to come hear what I have to say. And people like me. That's all you're doing. So for that, I thank you. Because by you doing that, by you watching the video, by you making a comment, by you doing the stupid shit that you do, even if your comments are stupid, commenting about my eye. I mean, we've already been down this road. I'm a googly-eyed motherfucker. I'll admit it. I have an eye condition. So let's attack that. That's, yeah. Like it's going to hurt my feelings. Man, I wouldn't call myself the googly-eyed motherfucker if it was hurting my feelings. See, I'm so desensitized to that feelings part that you're going to have to do better. You're going to have to do a lot better. And yeah, you're going to be what? By better, and I've seen this before, by better doesn't mean let's bring his family into it. Let's talk about his mom and his dad or his this or that. You're going to have to do even much better than that, man. Because again, I'm desensitized to a lot of the shit. A lot of shit I see, a lot of shit I've been through. You ain't going to hurt my feelings. Not even 1 inch. all you're going to do is give me more to create, more to push back on, more to just call out, because that's what I like to do. See, I post the stuff I post in hopes to create conversations, which I have done. I have been successful in creating conversations with people through what I post, because it gets people to fucking think instead of thinking of what they're being told on mainstream media and by other fucking influencers. It gets people to use their fucking head and critically think for themselves for a change. And I've had some great conversations. I've had great conversations. And then I've had those people that just, nothing. They just want to doom scroll and just post whatever and just comment and just like, you're missing the point. See, I'm using my social media for a purpose, to be able to get truth out to people like you that are watching, that are listening. So this way you can make your best case judgment, your critical judgment for yourself with knowing facts, not just propaganda. Because I don't just hop on the internet. Oh, look at this. I'm going to post this because the internet tells me that this is true. I dig and I dig and I dig. And I try to prove my theory, my thinking wrong. And when I can't, that's when I post it. So it's starting to make sense now. See, I had this one, and I'm going to call this, I had this one guy. All right. Excuse me. I got to take a drink here. And I'm drinking soda. I don't drink while I'm doing a show. Actually, I don't drink at all. I had this one guy. I'm going to call him out by name. 2Dub420. Yep. He's a pothead. I could just 420, really? Seriously? So this guy, he's the one that posts about my eye condition, right? And you go on his page, right? And this is on TikTok. He's got one video with his dog, which I love dogs. Unfortunately, he's got a shitbag of an owner. And the song that he's playing is like this kitty, like lollipop bubble song or some shit in the video. Bro, you're giving me too much firepower. Number one, that song is like, are you a pedo? I mean, that's kind of directed towards kids, bro. I mean, that song. I mean, let's be honest. And then what? 43 followers. Do you think people that are following me that see this are going to follow you? I mean, is that what you're hoping for? I mean, listen, if you're going to come at me with something original. Like, I just laugh at this stuff. I do. Like, I will sit on my toilet taking a shit, scrolling through this, and I'll laugh at the comments because they're funny as fuck to me. And that's how much I think about it. And yeah, you're going to be like, well, why are you doing a fucking podcast about it? Why are you doing a video about it right now? Because I think it's comical. And I think that people need to understand where I'm at and what I come from, because, basically I'm trying to help you guys out, man. I really am, because it's kind of hard to have an argument with an unarmed person, which is a lot of the fucking people that are in my DMs and a lot of people that comment this type of shit. It's like, I can tell you're uneducated, so it's really hard to have an educated discussion with you, or even just like come back at you because you're so unarmed. It's like, I'd feel fucking bad. Like, I'm going to tear you apart. I really would. I mean, hell, use fucking ChatGPT to come up with something. Use AI. I mean, at least AI is smarter than you. I mean, that's not saying very much, but hey, whatever, right? Let's move on to something else. So, if you haven't been living underneath a rock, then we know that 2 of our service members have lost their lives to an Afghan national. And I think this is by far the funniest thing. Okay. Number one, this Afghan national, he was, it appears he's been he did some covert work with the CIA, which, surprise, surprise. And he was let into the country by Biden, of course, granted immunity or whatever, citizenship by the Trump administration, whatever. But it's funny. Fucking Democrats are blaming Trump for this guy being here. Like, you can't make this up. How is it Trump's fault that he's here? Biden let him in. Plus, he did work, Biden let him in because he did work for the CIA and the U.S. government over there in Afghanistan. So what were they? I mean, I guess they could have just left him there and let him fend for himself, instead of having American troops killed, but that's another story, or leaving American artillery over there, but that's another story as well. I guess that's, that's neither here nor there, right? So, I mean, that's just funny. Like, it's automatically, it's already twisting to make it like Trump's fault. But see, one thing that has me concerned about this is like kind of like a false flag or event, because there's a lot that's been happening that's going on that I'm sure a lot of people don't know about. And if you know anything, if you don't trust the government as much as I do, when something's going on in this hand, you best believe something's happening over here in the other hand that people don't know about. They're diverting attention to something else because something else is happening, which brings us over to Venezuela. I guess I saw some videos, and I don't know how true this is, so don't quote me on it. I'm going to do some more digging, and once I find out, I'm going to bring it to the next episode. But apparently, I guess they're like already started bombing in Venezuela or some shit. But it looks like we're going to go to war with Venezuela over the drug trafficking and all that stuff, which, again, that's what the media is telling you. But what the media is not telling you is that there are Chinese nationals and Russian military in Venezuela as well, which brings them a little too close to our home turf. So I think it has more to do with that than what they're actually telling us. But again, I'm going to do some more digging on that, because that's something that I'm going to keep a very close eye on, because I want to know the truth. I want to know what's going on, because there's so much that's happening that, you have this thing happening here while this shit's going on over here. Trump's promising $2,000 in tariffs for everybody. And that keeps happening. And then poof, over here, just before Thanksgiving, there's a new disease that's coming or whatever, sickness, just like COVID. And then poof, over here, I think there was something I heard. Oh, yes. A Chinese national got arrested, I believe it was in Michigan, because he brought a foreign fungus that would decimate all of our farmland. And that is something that you're not going to hear in mainstream media. You actually have to dig into that. So the FBI arrested, I believe it was 2 Chinese nationals for this fungus. Well, here's the problem with that. Spores get airborne. All you have to do is just open it, and the spores are airborne. Okay. So hopefully they got them before that, and hopefully, I'm sure we're going to hear something more about this eventually, but probably not. I mean, it is our government. They're not going to tell us that. Why would they tell us that? But apparently this fungus could literally just wipe out all of our crops, completely fuck us. And this is why I don't understand. And maybe this is why, another reason why what's happening down in Venezuela is happening if Chinese are down there and the Russians are down there, knowing what's going on. Maybe that's why this is escalating even more down there, because let's be honest, if this fungus got out, we'd all be fucked. If you took away all the farmland here, it would be a matter of time, weeks, before this country is just done. So I'm going to look into more than that too. And because that's something that we definitely need to be worried about, because I mean, the Chinese obviously they don't like us. Russia doesn't like us either. They're trying to play this off as the next Cold War as well that's going on in Venezuela. But again, everything happens for a reason. It's not something that's just simply willy-nilly, I guess. Best way I can describe it. So, okay. Now that my rant is over, I just had to get that out, folks. I really did. And I hope you all understand where I stand now, because this is the last time I'm going to do it. Okay. And honestly, I think, even though I have fun calling out people for their stupidity and their, I'm kind of getting bored with it. I really am. So I don't think I'm going to be calling out anybody anymore. So basically, if you make a stupid comment like that, I'm just going to let my followers just eat you alive. And most of the time they do, especially over there on Facebook. I've seen some of those people just fucking just Like rabid wolves, man. Just fucking one person makes a stupid comment and like, poof, all done. So I'm gonna let my followers handle it. I mean, they're doing a pretty fucking good job over there, so let's let them keep going. Hell with it. It takes one less thing off my plate, so this way I can do more research. The more important things than having to worry about, you posting stupid shit. But for those that actually, because I've gotten messages of the stuff that I post that that people, a lot of compliments. And I do appreciate that. I appreciate all my followers, all my listeners. Like you wouldn't believe, because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be where I'm at, number one. And number two, it wouldn't be worth doing. It really wouldn't. I've always said when I first started this, if I can get through to one person, then I've done my job. But now I'm getting through to thousands of people. And that's pretty special. That makes me feel real nice and real happy that's happening. So let's keep it up. So with that, I think that's where I'm going to call this show today, because I think I went off on what I needed to. I explained a few things. I think we're in a good spot. What do you think? What do you think, America? Well, I guess I can't just include America because I have listeners all over the world. So what do you think to my following, my listeners? Let me know what you think. Seriously, email me. That's the best way that you're going to get a hold of me, because my DMs are filling up and it takes forever to go through those. And quite honestly, if you want to get in touch with me, email me, david@thehammerdrops.com. That's the easiest, fastest way for a response. If you want to have a civil conversation, I am up for it. I am always up for conversation, because that is how we break the cycle. That, folks, is how we make things better. With that being said, I'm going to leave it on that note. Now, don't forget to rate this show, this episode, because that's going to help in the algorithms, help get it out to more people. Follow me over there on social media, from Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, The Hammer Drops, YouTube, where you're watching this probably. And if you're not watching it, go over there and watch what I have, because all of this stuff's over there and it's in video form for you to watch. That, The Hammer Drops as well. While you're over there, don't forget to follow, leave a review, leave a comment, interact with the people, have a good fucking time with it, because that's what it's supposed to be about. We're supposed to be having a good time. All right, folks. Until the next time, which may be Thursday. I haven't decided yet. You guys be good to one another. And for fucking God's sake, don't put up with anybody's bullshit. All right.